Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Nova Drift. It is by Chimeric and published by Pixel Jam. It's not available yet. It will be coming out on early access March the 27th. And I have been provided a key by the developer early, so just to keep that in mind, bear that in mind as we go through here. This is it's a roguelite game. There are some unlocks that happen between runs, but it's also a top-down space shooter in the style of Asteroids, where you have just a single screen and enemies just come at you from all different sides, and when you hit the edge of the screen, you warp over to the other edge of the screen, with a lot of customization of your build as you go along. There's a leveling up mechanic that happens. You actually level rather quickly in this version of the game that I'm running, presumably because it's early and they want to test everything. So I have a few pieces of feedback, but let's get into it. First of all, you can use your controller for this. I tried to do it and it was not working out well for me. I'm using the keyboard. The keyboard is better, but there's some interesting quirks here. So without further ado, let's do a game start. And right now they've only got practice in endless mode right now. I think I did just unlock Danger Zone. Danger Zone. Sorry. And where waves advance faster and all that stuff. We'll just do endless right now. It's the basic mode that I've been playing up to this point, and I'm getting decent at. So when you play with the keyboard, it's just straight keyboard. There's no mouse control here. Let's, without further ado, head on in. And you see, so A is to thrust and S is to fire guns. And then left and right on arrow keys do the usual. Now, what makes this weird as far as the controls go is that you're always like left and right thrust you left and right. So there's like a little bit of lag as you're moving there. It's not a twin stick. Like when I first saw it, I thought, oh, this must be like a twin stick shooter. It's not. It's just a single stick shooter because you're actually thrusting back and forth as you move, like from left to right here, kind of, sort of. So it's not like it's not like you just point your mouse at a direction and you fire. You have to actually kind of move and stuff, which makes it weird on a controller because on the keyboard it works out really well because I can get very precise movements because we're talking digital stuff versus analog movements. The analog movements of a controller tend to make it very, very difficult to get through levels here. I say that because what you end up doing is, I'm getting lots of damage here. What you end up doing is you do a lot of overcompensation, and you end up oscillating from left to right. Like you'll overshoot them to the left, and then you'll overshoot them to the right. And I just died. I died because I didn't do any of my unlocks yet. Because I'm trying to show you the basic gameplay here. So let's go back to the beginning here. Let's try again. And this time we'll try to do some unlocks as I go. But yeah, I wanted to try to explain some things before we start going into the upgrade menu and stuff. So that's what makes the controller not feel too great, is that you're always like oscillating. You fired a little bit too far to left, now you're firing a little bit too far to right. You're constantly overcompensating just by the way things work here. But with the keyboard it feels really good, so they might have to, I don't know, do something with the controller controls or try to wrangle them a little bit more, I think. So we'll hit space to upgrade, and here's where we come into a lot of upgrade things. Now you can re-roll, I don't know what button B is to reroll. I assume it's just space again to reroll. But because I'm using the keyboard and I'm getting controller prompts here. But that said, the upgrades are... This upgrade screen is... It's... could use some work. So I see what they're going for. They're going for this sort of hexagonal aesthetic that they're doing. And certainly it's a lot easier to just have icons than to have to translate all this text to different languages. But after a while, a lot of these icons just kind of all look the same, and you end up reading the text anyway, and it's... I don't know, it's over on the left-hand side there. You can see what your ship currently has equipped by icons. But as far as I know, you can't actually get over there to see what you actually have equipped right now, right? It just doesn't, like, you can see it'll be down the left-hand side of the screen. It'll as we do upgrades here, but good luck remembering what you actually put on there. You know what I mean? And some of these have a lot of these have like you know, some of them have negatives like minus 35% thrust while firing and stuff like that. And then as you go down these, as you do more of these upgrades, you'll see a little tree will show up on the right hand side that will show you where you're at as far as power is concerned and stuff. And as you get towards the end of that, you'll get a mod that usually has some kind of negative associated with it. But I'm going to go with the Torrent weapon. I kind of like that a little bit, so we'll do that. And I got another upgrade here. So body assault, 15% rate of fire, weapon projectile speed goes down, but projectile velocity goes up. Body engineer, this one gives you constructs, which are like little, basically little drones that you can deploy that will float around your ship and shoot and stuff. And then you've got the shield, the sentinel stuff, which is basically all about shields. And I kind of like the way it does the shields, because eventually you'll have like, you'll be able to reflect things back with your shields and all that stuff. So we're going to go that way. So now you can see I've got a different firing thing. And now we got more shield upgrades we can do. Temporal, enemies and projectiles with the shield effect radius are greatly slowed. Reflect is what I kind of like. And Halo, Searing Hot Ring burns enemies within its effect radius for 180 damage per second. Halo ignites enemies for 60 burning damage per second for 4 seconds. That's kind of cool too. But let's do the Reflect right now, because I like that. And then we got another upgrade. Now you can see as I'm going down the list here, we're doing actual upgrades now. You can see over on the right hand side what pathways you go down as far as the shields are concerned. Like we're upgrading the shields blast radius, or we're upgrading the hull strength, or stuff like this. And this is where I kind of, this is, I think, the big problem with this screen is that it's, while it's aesthetically looks really good, you know, and I have nothing against the hexagons and all that stuff. What really strikes me here is I sometimes don't really grasp exactly what I'm upgrading or not upgrading. I feel like if they had gone with a more traditional, say, like an RPG where you have a ragdoll menu for your character, and then you can see on your character, like, here's what you're actually upgrading, or in the case of this, like, show a picture of my ship, and then show like the hard points on the ship, like here's the shield and here's the weapons and all that stuff, and then do your rolling and stuff, and then you can do the roll and all that, and then you can have the halo of hexagons around it and say, like, which one do you want to upgrade? And that way it kind of drives home even more exactly what I'm upgrading, because right now it feels weird. Like I think they've got these organized in such a way that it, like, this is hull strength over here, this is shield durability, that kind of makes sense. This is mines and it's on the bottom, so that kind of makes sense too. Improved thrusters are at the top, which doesn't make any sense at all. Targeting, you know, blast radius, like they really, I think, would do well to just go a more traditional route and say, here's your ship and here's what the upgrades that you're going to do, and then that way it kind of drives home even more exactly what you're upgrading. You know, so you can even go through, this. I think what was meant to happen here is that you're supposed to go through this really quickly, like boom, 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 boom. You know, I'm going to upgrade real fast, and just keep on going, keep the action up. And the only way to do that is to, you know, I'm never going to remember all these icons. And as you can see, a lot of the icons are starting to just starting to just run into one another, bleed into one another here. And, you know, they're slightly different colors, but they're all kind of almost similar, very similar icons. And it just feels like if you really want somebody to go through this menu really quickly, organize it a little bit better, I think, in my opinion. But let's do, I don't want mines, I never like those. Improve thrusters, hull strength. Let's do the hull strength. Oop, 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 oop. Already, I keep forgetting it's just A and S. I'm like holding down the WASD keys and I'm like, nope, that's nuts. That's not doing it. Okay, level up again. Shield effect radius, yeah, let's do that. We're up to wave 5 now. You can see down the bottom is my shield and my armor. My armor, I have that regen, so my armor is regenning like it's supposed to, which is good. You do take a lot of damage when you collide with things, unless you have that collision upgrade. That was one of the upgrades that I could have done for my armor or hull or whatever. So I got an extra reroll there. That was the little dice that we saw. I haven't ever really re-rolled anything in the upgrade menu. I haven't really felt the need to do so. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's something you really should do, but I have never really felt the need, because, like, again, I feel like kind of peppered with just stuff here. I guess rapid fire would be good. Radiant shields, focus shields, 25% durability, improve regeneration rate, that's good. Singularity detected. Well, this is a first. Haven't seen a singularity before. This is a first for me. That must be a rare event. So let's get some drones. Oh, nope, nope. That's bad news. I feel like there needs to be like a 3, 2, 1 countdown. When I come out of the upgrade menu, I feel like I need like a 1 second pause so I can get my bearings on my things again. But whatever. Let's start again. Do another endless mode here, and it starts us out with the asteroids as per usual. This is fine. You can see the controls for the controller on the side there. The keyboard controls are A and S. A does the thrusting, S does the shooting, space does upgrades, and left and right on the arrow keys. Thrust me left and right, or spin me left and right, I should say. Alright, let's get this going. Let's do the pulse weapon, sure, and I can do stealth, cloaks when not firing your weapon or thrusting, assault, let's do assaults, and temporal shield, halo shield. Let's do the halo shield because I'm kind of curious. And now we've got shield cooldown, shield effect radius. Let's do that. Oh, this is like a shotgun thing. I can't say I'm a fan of that. Oof. And there goes my shield. So what I could do is there is an upgrade here along the way where you can make your guns, when they hit something, when they destroy an enemy, they'll actually fire off additional projectiles on all the sides. I'm gonna see if I can find that. Rapid fire, hull strength, improved thrusters, blast radius. Non-explosive projectile weapons convert 20% of their damage into blast damage. Mines. Let's do rapid fire, I guess. Oh, there's another upgrade. War path. Gain a war stack whenever you defeat an enemy. Yeah, this one's actually pretty good. Basically, you're just, every time you defeat an enemy, you get a buff, pretty much, to all your stuff. Oh, I got another level up too. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, that was still on the screen from before. Okay. There is also an upgrade I had at one point that gives you faster XP coming in. Was it space that does? No, it was entered. I think that launches drones if you had them. Go. So many ships coming in here. There we go. Get that guy down. Now this this little train that comes through every once in a while, that's actually an option in the options menu that you can turn on. Alright, we got some upgrades here. Let's get some focused shields and regeneration. What else we have? Regenerative shields, sure. Another level up. Volley? Maybe? Now, if you're wondering, there is a boss at like level 15 or 20, 20 maybe. And I have not succeeded at killing it, so we'll be hitting that at some point. Magnetism increases orb, power up attraction, radiant shields, burst fire, mines, weaponized shields. As a weaponized shield affect any shield, targets within the weaponized effect radius take 20% total damage modified by shield effect power. Or durability. Let's do durability. Oh, that guy just rammed into me. What the hell, man? So this guy is technically is like a mini boss. I think I've gotten past him before, though. It just takes a little bit. You can see he's got like a health bar. Some heat on him. There we go. Light him on fire a bit. Oh, and he got me. That's usually how that works. But we ranked up to rank 8 progress. I've unlocked the mod stabilization. Stabilize your momentum on command, low velocities. Alright. So, moving right on, let's do one more, shall we? There's a leaderboard so you can see how well I did. You see I did really well at one point. Haven't done that yet. Haven't done that for you guys on camera though. Okay. Let's see if I get something that's a little bit better gun this time around. Okay. Destroy all asteroids. Okay, and we got weapon flak, grenade. Railgun. Railgun, probably not so much. So I guess we'll do flak. Yeah. That'll have to do. And, hull breaker is crash damage to enemies is boosted by high speeds. Let's do that one. Because that guy rammed right into me. Okay. And let's do temporal shield, halo shield. Let's do the warp shield. When destroyed, the shield teleports you to a distance equal to the shield effect radius. Okay, and creates an effect. Cool. I'm also hot pink now, apparently, based on the upgrades I've chosen, I suppose. What I need is a little bit more of a rapid fire, though, because this gun is very slow. What we got here? Yes, I'm going to take a rapid fire. There's that. Oh, there was that shield effect. That worked out pretty well. Let's do regeneration. So everything else I'm really enjoying about it. Music's good. The challenge is certainly there, as has been demonstrated. Get rid of him. Excellent. There are a lot of flashing lights, though, so if you have predilection to, say, epilepsy or something, you might have problems with this. I'm not sure. Not being one who suffers from it, I couldn't tell you. But it's something to keep in mind. Burst fire, delay between weapon bursts, warpath. Let's do the warpath one. That would have helped a little bit earlier, getting some good upgrades there. Nice. Okay. So I like this. I like the like alternate take on sort of an asteroids thing. You know, it's very simple, yet it's elegant in its approach to things, and I like the idea that you're upgrading and you're progressing and things. Like I said, really honestly the only problems I've had are really with just the upgrade menu. I think that's one area that they need to improve upon. Let's see, shield effect radius, improved thrusters, adrenal module. Enemies take more total damage the more damage you are, up to 50%. Ooh. Okay. Weapon velocity. Wow, this gun is doing tons of damage to that dude. Holy crap. And I got a reroll. There's a difference between the upgrades that I've had. There you go. So far, it was so good. Get him before he gets that shot off. Oh, now we got shielded enemies. There's that. And let's do... there's a stabilization. Calibrate. Weapons when you're not firing, improving your next attack. Siege weaponry. Maybe calibration. Sounds good. When I'm not firing, my weapon gets more accurate or more power behind it. Oh, come on with that. None of that. None of that. Hull strength, yes. Give me that. There's all that. These. Behind these guys. This is interesting. It feels like I'm getting different enemies each run, like slightly different, in a slightly different order. Like I've seen these enemies before, but not as frequent or not in this particular order. You know, so each run is a little bit different in that regard. Oof. Oof. Oof with that. Alright, burst fire, improved thrusters. Snipe. On impact, your projectiles deal more total damage based on their distance from you. Alright, sure. We'll do that. Long range sniping. To wave 30. Okay, maybe I was wrong with it. Oh, you know what? I didn't get that other boss thing that I would normally get before this that I always fail at. Because I don't think I've gotten to wave 30 before. Oof. Oof. Well, there's a ramming speed right there. Okay. Man, I love how they do more damage the further away I am from them. Oof. My shield out. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Can I get a better shield? Shield effect radius. Faster shield cooldown. Siege weaponry. Your total... Yeah, but you take ramping hull damage when you fire a weapon. No, I don't want that. Burst fire. Burst. Drones, I guess. Sure, we'll take drones. Drones RE. So. And then you got... Oh, oof, oof. With that. Yeah, you hit the drones with E. Or you make drones with E. And that keeps... You can see up in the top corner there, it cools down. Oh, here's the enemy that I was talking about that I've never gotten past. And you'll see why in a minute. Trying to make drones as fast as I can here. Another problem is that I need to get in the center there. Get some good shots off. Oh, no, nope. I got too far ahead of myself and I couldn't spin around fast enough. Alright, and then +1 reroll per game. I got extra rerolls for all that stuff. Okay, cool. So, that's about as far as I've ever gotten is to this enemy, and that's it. I've never gotten that much further. You can see on the left-hand side all the upgrades I did and weapons and all that stuff. So, there you go. What was my... That was a second place one. Cool. So, I mean, that's what we got so far, and it's really nice. I'm enjoying it. It's something you can kind of pop into for, 20 minutes or so and just kind of relax and enjoy the setting. If they figure out the controller and how to make the controller a little bit nicer, the controls a little bit nicer on the controller, it'll be really good there. But otherwise, just using the keyboard seems to work out rather well for me, and I don't know, it's a very enjoyable game. And it's not. I mean, this is when it comes out next month. It'll be into early access, so there's still going to be a lot of time for them to do and make changes to it. This is only 0.16.5 right now. But this, my friends, has been Nova Drift. It is by Chimeric and published by Pixel Jam. It will be available on Steam for early access and also, I believe, itch.io for early access on March the 27th, 2019, as of the recording here. Just another note that I was given a key for this game by the developer, so please bear that in mind as as you're doing your due diligence here. But as always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.